free socks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, and introducing me in with the music was Swamp Cadillac. So, ladies and gentlemen, they'll be getting ready to come to the VFW in Blairsville in February. So get your tickets now. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last Triple B Experience show of 2025. Now, we've been doing a lot of shows. I did some interviews, and we do Thursday nights. We do top 10 stuff. We talk a little pulp culture. But tomorrow's New Year's Eve, and I figured we better get it before because the question was about 2025. We don't want to do it in 2026. So we don't know how long we're going to go tonight because it is New Year's Eve. We thank everybody for coming on because it is New Year's Eve. If you're having a drink, drink one for me. But ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the show is a part of the tripod. He is the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Football. He's also my co-host on Steelers Dynasty Podcast. He's special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Hi, Shane. Long time no see.
Last podcast of 2025.
This is the last podcast. This is it.
Get a few
in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to trifecta, the three-fecta here. He is the action figure connoisseur. Probably got every figure for Christmas because Santa just fucking stopped at his house and just dropped off a couple bags for him. He knows his movies, and he knows what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the show is our man, Cable. Hi, Cable.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's pretty good. Now, did Santa do that? Did he drop off a couple bags at your house of figures and shit?
No, I got coal. I don't know what happened this year.
Well, you could pressurize that into diamonds if you for long periods of time. But thank you guys for coming on tonight because this is the last top 10 of 2025. And I know we've had some great top 10s this year. And that's why I wanted the question was, the top 10 pop culture things of 2025 based on our own opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get this started. I know Shane's probably got 20. Cable probably got stuff I never even heard of before. But I'm going to go with my number 10. We don't talk a lot about music, but my number 10, I didn't go to get to see them in concert, but they'll be coming back next year going to Philadelphia, and I don't know if I'll be able to go. But my number 10 is when AC/DC went on concert tour. That is my number 10. I love AC/DC. I didn't get a chance to see them. And Angus is still
AC/DC. Huh? Not Taylor Swift, AC/DC.
Yeah, no Taylor Swift, AC/DC. I wanted to see Angus and Brian one more time, but I didn't go. My coworker Roy went, said it was a great show. But yeah, that's my number 10. And if you guys want to play along too, you guys can. And George says he has a few. Afton's back. She got Heinz ketchup. Ooh, not Hunt's. That's awesome. But I always put my Heinz ketchup on steak, and that's what they.
Yeah, I don't put it in my stocking. I put it on.
Yeah, I put it on steak though. So okay, that was my number 10. Shane, your number 10 pop culture news thing of the year.
Reacher 3, I thought was pretty good.
I didn't even see Reacher 2 yet.
Yeah, I liked it. It was fun.
You
didn't have to watch. You could have watched Reacher. It's nice to kind of know the backstory, but you didn't really have to watch it to enjoy it. But it was fun.
I got to see season 2, and I heard he's looking to maybe be
Batman.
No, Eddie Brock in the. I don't know if Cable heard that too. I don't know. Cable
that would be perfect, Eddie Brock.
Oh, okay. You like that? Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Devil says Reacher 3 was great, but season 2 is still the best. I'm so fucking far behind. So far behind. Oh, Shane with the shows. Okay, Cable, you're number 10.
All right, my number 10, we're going the whole way back to the beginning of the year. This was February or March, I believe. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm a big award season movie fan, and the underdog of award season last year going into this year, Anora, cleaned house at the Academy Awards at the beginning of this year. Took home Best Picture, Best Director, Best Editor, Best Original Screenplay, Best Actress, when nobody gave it a chance. And out of some of the options of the movies that had a lot of buzz at that time, I was thrilled to see that movie win and win like it did. So almost a year. What's it about?
Yeah.
Anora is a stripper, and she gets she kind of just starts doing escorting for this Russian guy that comes from like a really rich Russian family, and they fall in love and they get married after like a couple months.
Is it like Pretty Woman?
Almost, yeah. That was the comparisons back in when it came out. Was this generation's Pretty Woman, but then he disappears. He ghosts her. And he's on the run because his family's not going to appreciate, because they're, royalty almost in Russia. And so it's, but it was, shot. It's a very well made movie. I really liked the movie when it came out, but I didn't expect it to do what it did. And, it was definitely a big underdog story for the awards. So that was cool.
I'll have to check that out. Okay. Number 10, Afton had Cardi B testifies in her civil suit. Cardi B, way to go. That's a good one. My number 9, because I have used it more ever this past year, and I use them on the podcasting shows, and I feel like Skynet is going to be taking me to fuck out. But YouTube, you can't use it, is the AI technology that I've been using for the podcast. Not so much this one, but more of the Steeler Dynasty one when I do videos and stuff. But the AI of ChatGPT for me, I've been doing a lot more of that. But I think Schwarzenegger is going to come through my screen. So my number 9 is like the AI for YouTube, which you're not supposed to use. But also too AI of like, you don't know what the fuck's real and what's fucking fake. Sticking
are dead.
Yeah. and the creativity of people, you don't know if it's a fucking Marvel trailer or a new Star Wars thing, and those cocksuckers fucking do that. So I'm going to go with the AI just being evil. Like AI is the fucking evil, but I do use it for, talking parrots and shit on the Steeler Dynasty podcast. So
it has its advantages and disadvantages, pros and cons. But yeah, I think that's a good one, Bubba. The AI boom. That's kind of
and it coming from me, Mr. Tech Savvy guy. Yeah. I can't Photoshop to save my fucking life, and it is destroying brains because no one's thinking. And it's like the cell phone. Nobody fucking calls anybody anymore. You know what I mean? I like to talk to people. But Shane, you're number 9. Hello. Shane.
I'm back. I had to disconnect my VPN.
Oh, no. You're number 9, Shane.
I have Thunderbolts. It was fun. I liked it.
Oh.
good one.
That is a good one. That was a good movie. Good movie. I've never seen Logan's Run. I'm sorry, George. I've heard of it. I've never seen it. I must have been deprived. I did a lot of partying. You guys ever seen Logan's Run?
I have not either. I know of it.
I know of it too. It's a sci-fi. I know that, but yeah. Okay, that was a good one, Shane. You're number 9, Cable.
My number 9 is Mission Impossible.
Ooh, a Tom Cruise movie? I'm kidding.
Well, not quite the movie itself, because it did have a movie out this year. that wasn't that great, but supposedly this is the end of an era. Either the franchise is done or Tom Cruise is done. So it's kind of just a general, summation of Mission Impossible as a whole. Because this movie this year, I don't think was worth a mention, but the fact that it may be an end of an era, that's why it makes my list.
Okay. That's a good one. Even though I liked him in Cocktail and Tropic Thunder. My number 8 is John Cena retiring.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena retiring. I'm going to put it this way. I was never a big John Cena fan. Cable knows that. But I did come around at the end of his career. Well-deserving in and out of the ring. Love him as a peacemaker, and that's why I switched. I think he's a better actor than The Rock now. I was always a Rock guy, but I've slowly turned against The Rock because of his decisions. So John Cena retiring from the WWE, and Devil has the Diddy trial.
That's a good one.
A lot of oil in that one. Shane, your number 8.
Sinners.
Oh, nice.
Good movie.
People said it was good, so I watched it, and I thought it was fantastic.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. It was very, very good. Very good. And I didn't know it was Michael B. Jordan playing both dual roles. I did not know that. And Haley Steinfeld, I didn't know. I watched it one night, and it was good. And then I'm glad I kept staying with it, because then they had the clip at the after. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't know that. So
yeah, and that end epilogue, basically, that is a perfect wrap up to that movie.
Right. Okay. It's about okay. Ooh, shit. Maybe I have to watch that. To Kill Off Humans at the age of 30, because they're probably on TikTok and fucking gaming. Probably. Is that how it went? Okay, your number 8, Cable.
My number 8 is going to dive into the music genre, which I don't do a lot here, or we don't do a lot.
We don't need to in 2026.
One of my favorite bands put a new album out this year. They don't make a lot of albums at this point in their career anymore. Deftones. They put Private Music out this year. It's not my favorite album by them. It's got some good tracks on it, but just the fact that they put out, it's been 5 years since their last album. They don't make them frequently, so that made it to my list.
Yep, see, Devil said the Deftones are good. And Afton had her number 8, Naomi Hunter's Retired Assassin Guidebooks. Ooh. I never read any of that. Well, Afton's very scholarly, so I mean, God bless her. Hopefully she's coming to Pittsburgh next week. She's got playoff tickets, and we're hoping. We're praying. So, okay, my number 7 is something that probably hasn't been done in a long time in 2025. It's the comic book genre. As people know, I do like DC, but I am not a DC guy. I've been a Marvel guy all my life. Okay. But this year, and I've actually bought, this year, DC's Absolute line smoked Marvel this year, which is big news. And I have Batman, Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman, and I have not read any of the issues. But they are super huge. Absolute Batman number 1. It's graded at a 9.8. It's not cheap. So that is my number 7.
Great pick, Bubba. That almost made my list.
Really?
And honestly, I was going back and forth, as I'm going over my list, and I just kind of forgot about it as I got into my final cut. So it'll be in my honorable mention.
It's been a year. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, that's a fucking good one. The CEO cheating at the court.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Okay. Shane.
Superman, baby.
Ooh.
Okay.
It was fun. It kind of changed I had low expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I think it fits nicely in a 7. Maybe Sinner should have been higher, but Superman was nice.
Okay. 7 was Live Suit by James S.A. Corey was released. Okay. All right. Cable.
And my number 7, we'll dive back into the movie genre. I have Weapons at number 7.
Good that movie.
I love the movie. I didn't know what to think of it when the first time I watched it in theaters. I liked it, but I just wasn't sure. And so yesterday, I actually just watched it for the 3rd time now, and I could say it's one of my favorite movies of the year. There's so much technically done amazing in that movie. The direction, the choices, the shots. It's so much more than just your run-of-the-mill horror. It's like elevated horror. It's got comedy elements. Like, it comes from a guy with a comedy background. I absolutely hated his first movie, Barbarian. Came out a couple years ago. I thought that movie was dog shit, and so I had no idea what to think going into Weapons. And I love Weapons.
I never seen that movie. I need
I recommend it.
I know. Well, I no, you did. I have to watch it. Okay. My number 6. My number 6 is, I didn't think he was ever going to come back. I think I was talking to Cable because I was out on release from work, and I think me and Cable were watching the whole fucking Marvel introduction lineup in the spring, remember? And we did not know, but my number 6 is Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom in that whole big display,
Comic-Con announcement.
that whole big Comic-Con with the seats and stuff, which was 3 hours of my time that I never got back. But I was getting paid for it. So what the hell do I know? But, you had Patrick Stewart coming back. So pretty much all the cast that we didn't think that. So I'm probably going to go with my number 6 is the announcement in that panel of that day for that. Yeah. It ended with Robert Downey, but the whole cast, Patrick Stewart, and all that stuff. Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, all that stuff. So that's my number 6. So Shane, your number 6?
I doubt you guys have seen it. It's on Netflix. It's a series. Really good, like crime type mystery thing. Takes place in National Park. Main character Eric Bana is a park ranger, and it's called Untamed.
I've seen commercials for it. It looks good.
So good.
Okay.
Cable. That's right up the type of wacky tobacco you'd be smoking if it was. That's fantastic. It hits you. You're like you're sitting there. Like, this is cool, and then all of a sudden it just slaps you.
Yeah. How many episodes is it?
I think maybe 5 or 6. Not very many.
Oh, that's a quick watch then too.
I never seen it. I like I said, I'm way behind. I got to get on shit. Cable, you're number 6.
All right, my number 6 was already mentioned. It's honestly, I knew it was going to be on this list, but it came in a little higher than I would have originally expected because of previous thoughts on the guy. And it's the only wrestling mentioned on my list because it's the only good thing I really have to say about wrestling, or more specifically WWE in 2025. Bubba, you already had this. John Cena's retirement.
Oh.
Talk about end of an era. I said that already with Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible, but this was something else, and it was done for the most part so well. It got off to a rocky start a little bit because of The Rock.
Of course.
From what we understand, we don't know everything, I guess, but I think they did a very good job paying tribute to him. I liked how they spread it out across the year. It was like what you said. I was never a big John Cena fan. I liked him in his early days, the Thugonomics stuff when he was a heel. But then when he went super babyface, I was not a fan. I didn't watch wrestling for about a decade or so. So I didn't see a lot of Super Cena when he was just.
What did you think of his? What did you think of his last match?
I mean, the match was fine enough, I guess, but I was perfectly fine with him losing on the way out because that's how you're supposed to do it. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to go out.
Did you like his smile? Did you like his smile? It to me is like he was smiling because he knew everything was over and he was at peace. That's what I get.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of it was storytelling and how much of it was just a genuine reaction to. It all being over.
I thought he went in for business for himself and said, "Fuck it, Gunter." And Gunter was a little stunned. I don't know. We're never going to get the truth until later on.
Yeah, and I don't think it affected anything, And then I know there was a lot of people questioning him tapping out in his last match ever, and because his whole shtick forever has been never give up. And I wasn't aware of this because I didn't keep up with him that closely. That he'd never tapped out in his entire career.
Never tapped
I didn't know that until he did, and everybody brought it up.
They make Gunter now the super incredible heel who's just retired. I mean, you have to. Right. Gunter's a good wrestler, man. So you gotta push that guy.
I was happy to see them keep old school wrestling tradition and have him lose on the way out. That's the way it's always been. The greats have always done it. That's just what you do.
For me, I won my last one. I can't. Hey, well, whatever. I would. I
think it's going to work for me, brother. I mean, you were was hoping.
Well, I mean, I got beat by superstar Dave Daniels in I think his first or second match. So I mean, I gave back to the business more than enough. So
yeah, that's my number 6.
Okay, well, my number 5. My number 5 is Netflix buying HBO, the HBO Max, and all that stuff. And, that's, I don't know. It's not going to come down to, Paramount tried to buy, they got denied. I don't know what the price is going to be. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if AEW is going to be on HBO Max or they're going to say, fuck you. I don't know any of that. They haven't done, they just bought it. They try to get it voted on or whatever. Now Netflix is going to be a super conglomerate, just like Disney. I mean, you're just going to have Disney and you're going to have fucking Netflix. I think that's all you're going to have, and everything else is going to be small peanuts, and people will be going back to cable probably. I don't know, but I thought that was, I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it, So
huge shakeup of the landscape. So
yeah, and then Afton said Switch 2. In a live action Snow White backlash. Oh, I'm not even.
Yeah, that was a hot mess.
Yeah, she's dumb as fuck. Yeah, I don't have any desire to watch that, or Wicked either. Sorry, I have no desire. No desire.
Me either. I love the Wizard of Oz. I love it to death.
Wizard of Oz is cool. You know what I mean? But sometimes some stuff should just be left alone. So Shane, you're number 5.
Well, John Cena. Didn't watch any of his wrestling matches, maybe one. Didn't see it. But big fan of Peacemaker 2. So Peacemaker 2.
Oh. So you like the ending of Peacemaker?
I like the whole season 2 of Peacemaker. It just and I'm not going to spoil the ending for anybody that hasn't seen it, but it's just holy shit. That last couple, episode 7. The episode before the last episode, to me, was like the finale.
Right.
Then that episode 8 was like a precursor to season 3. So we got to get a season 3. I love it. Peacemaker.
Okay. I don't know if we will. We should, but I think it's going to be called Checkmate. I think. I don't know. Yeah. So. Afton said she hasn't watched the movie, but the Broadway play of Wicked was good. Cable, you're number 5.
My number 5, going to jump back into the music genre. This was another band that I really enjoy. They've been hit or miss the last couple things they've done. I feel like it was a return to form for them. I actually got to see them live this year also, but they put out a new album earlier this year, 21 Pilots. Reach. I used to be a huge fan of that band. It's Wayne. I don't listen to a lot of new music. I do, but I don't have the time, and I don't drive. Driving used to be where I listened to a ton of music, and now my drive to work is 8 minutes long, and I can't listen to.
You're so fucking lucky.
And I can't listen to music. I mean, I can listen to music while I'm at work, but it's not like it used to be, where I would just crank it through a big Bluetooth speaker and rock out all day. Like, things have changed. So I don't get around to a lot of new music. And I listened to this and I enjoyed it, and their live show is really good. So that was a big one for me this year. So that's my number 5.
Okay. Well, my number 4 is something that I've been to the movies fucking twice to see this fucking movie. Okay. And hopefully Marvel got it right. And I think they did, even though they had this female Silver Surfer. And I was okay with this. So my number 4 is the Fantastic Four. I think it has a lot to offer, and it's only scratching the surface because it is the first family of Marvel. And I know Pedro Pascal's in every fucking thing known to mankind, but I just think that, that movie, because I'm a Marvel guy, and I thought, and they made Galactus. So right there was worth it for me. So, and Afton said number 4 is Mark Sanchez going fucking crazy. Okay. Shane, you're number 4.
My number 4. I know Cable loves it. Andor 2.
Haven't seen it yet still.
You haven't seen it?
No, I have such a hard time. I know it's both of you guys have sang its praises.
Aren't you a big Andor fan?
I really like the first season, but I've just lost so much interest in Star Wars as a whole that I have a hard time tuning into it, regardless.
It was my expectations were low, and it was so much better than the first season, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
So much better. So season 1's down here, season 2's way up here.
Season 1 was very, very good. So I thought it was. So, but I mean, you could.
One was a banger. This will blow your mind.
Yeah, and you guys have been saying that all year, and YouTube, just the reviews that was up for a ton of Emmys. It's universally critically acclaimed, but I just don't watch a ton of TV series in general these days. And then the fact that it's Star Wars is also, I lost momentum on it. So.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars cheated on us a number of times, and we're just like,
yeah,
toxic relationship.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going down that road again.
Right. Okay, Cable.
All right, switching lanes back to the cinema, to movies, and it's the lane I'm going to stick with for the next 4 options here. My number 4 is Avatar. Avatar Fire and Ash, the new one. Perfect cinema going experience. These are beautiful movies. No matter what you think of the plot or anything like that, they should be seen on the big screen. I don't know why Marvel can't get their VFX to look even half as good as Avatar. You watch Avatar and you believe every second of it. I mean, they're just beautifully made movies. They're so well done. They don't do anything new with the plot. It still Dances with Wolves, more or less.
How did it compare to the last one?
Blew it out of water. Second one to me is the weakest out of the trilogy. I'm still battling between this one and the first one being the best, but if it's not the best one out of the trilogy, it's close. And it's already the 10th highest grossing film in America, domestically, just in the United States, after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. That's always the case with Avatar, but
I just can't get into that. I don't know. No, I went to seen the first one. Maybe
So you didn't like the first one?
I did like the first one, and that was my first 3D movie ever, and I can't do it now because of my concussions. But then it just reminded me of Dancing with Wolves. I mean, that's. I
mean, that's not. That's a trope, though. I mean, Point Break is Dances with Wolves. The original Fast and the Furious is Dances with Wolves. Anytime where somebody infiltrates, the other side, and then they end up switching camps, that's all derivative of Dances with Wolves, which I'm sure is an older trope that goes back to something else. So,
right.
It's not like
I'm gonna have to give it. I'll give the second. I need to watch the second one and the third one, and time's coming.
Has the Teamster eating those pickled eggs and getting shot with arrows with the eggs coming out of his mouth? That's fantastic.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Hurt my babies.
Okay, we have a question. Has anyone? He doubts it. Seen Tobar the Eighth Man, a cartoon from the 60s. Check out the first episode. That's where they got the idea for RoboCop. It's on YouTube. And I think I've seen Tobar. I think I've seen this cartoon before. I think I've seen this, George, because I'm old. I am old. And it was probably kind of like the Herculoids, I think. And then I've watched Super Chicken from 1967. Super Chicken. What the fuck is that? Anyway, I'm thinking Robot Chicken, but I don't know what Super Chicken is. Probably some kind of horror movie.
Oh, it's Japanese anime. Yeah.
Oh, I think I knew what I think the eighth. I think I've seen that. So my number 3 is something that Cable's not happy with, and I'm not happy with. Number 3 is fucking ESPN and WWE fucking whatever they're doing. It's total bullshit. It's fucked up. It's the WWE on Peacock was good for me. I liked it. I used to watch the old regional programming of Mid-South and older wrestling. Now I don't even know if they have it because I do have Peacock. But my professional wrestling link and love is it's just it ain't like it used to be. So it's even hard maybe even to run a promotion and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm happy for guys, I'm happy for Big Time Bill Collier signing a contract with TNA. I think that's awesome, and congratulations to him. That's big. That and me and Cable and Shane seen him live. I mean, we know what kind of athlete he is, and he signed. As old as he was, to sign a deal like that is super huge. And they finally, knew the talent that he had. So,
the person he is. All right, great.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yes. Oh, yes. Totally. Super. And the thing is, though, when he was on that pay-per-view, his first pay-per-view for TNA, and he went back. The match was over. I went back. I private messaged him in Messenger, and I said, "Hey, Bill, way to go! Congratulations, fucking awesome." He didn't have to he didn't have to write me back or anything. He's like, "Hey, thanks, Bubba." You know what I mean? So to me, that's the real deal. Real fucking, and Spencer Slade is also, when he signed that NWA contract. So, he's the real deal too. And he's a good guy. And when I give him, so yeah, more of the ESPN WWE stuff, but also too, for those two wrestlers to been wrestling locally to gain national attention. I think that's a huge thing that parallels with number 3, because ESPN is killing, to me, WWE. And if you like professional wrestling, watch TNA and then watch, NWA on Roku, and TNA, I think it's on AMC. So you get to see Bill Collier and you get to see Spencer Slade, and WWE right now just doesn't have it for me because it's ESPN, and I'm not paying another streaming service. I'm not doing it. So Shane, you're number 3.
My number 3, I need help with. Either you guys help me or Chad help me, okay? It's either the CEO and the HR person canoodling at the Coldplay concert, or...
Well, Devil said that.
He said that, okay.
Yeah.
Or, I've taken my kids to daycare a few times back in the day and paid money for it, but I've never seen a Leering Center. Maybe a Leering Center with invisible kids, maybe run by Smallies. That's the second one. Or a CEO fucking up pancakes and a fucking home run is the Cracker Barrel. I'm so torn up between those two.
That's so awesome. I think you could do all three for number.
All 3 for 3.
I think you could do 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Man,
I thought you spelled learning Learn, but I guess not.
Well, not the Somalis. They spelled Leering Center, and Leering Center is creepy because Leering is kind of just staring.
Oh my God, is that a good one?
Yeah, how do you get your childhood clear? How do you, I have to get clearances just to volunteer at the school. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
How do you, if you put on there, I'm going to open a Leering Center?
I don't know.
How do you get your that doesn't pass the touching the baby suit part.
We can do another podcast on all that kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on in this country to save my fucking life. I don't have any idea.
We have no kids here. No spots for you, Johnny. No spots for you.
The playground is just for play. The playground is just for play. Hey, they got billions of dollars where I work.
Yeah,
I have a good job, and recession and inflation and all this crap.
You do work at a Leering Center.
I do.
They actually are. They were Leering.
There's no playground here. No playground. A lot of play where I'm working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's good. Oh, that's good. I can't wait to fucking cut that into a clip. That'll be good. Okay. Cable, you're number 3.
All right, my number 3. Well, you guys are having a lot of fun with Shane's number 3. This was fun, but for a different reason. This was one of the more fun things I saw all year at the movies. It's, I think, one of the most fun movies to come out this year. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie. I was big on it in prior discussions. I can't recommend it enough. It harkens back to an older, like, you would think this movie maybe came out in the 80s. It's fun. It's got good characters. They don't take it too seriously. It's not, it doesn't have any kind of political BS or this or that. It's just straight, pure fun. F1 was one of my most enjoyable watches all year long. And I've watched it multiple times now, and it is so fun.
Damn, I didn't see that one either.
You'll love it when you get around to watching it. I'm telling you. I mean, you think of like Days of Thunder or, even Top Gun.
Oh wait, that's the car one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with Brad Pitt. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I like Brad Pitt better than I like Tom Cruise.
Well, that's the low bar. You don't like Tom Cruise very much, so.
I love him in Cocktail and Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My number 2 is Shane already made a mention of it, and yes, this TV show was on Disney, and it sparked a rebellion. It was well done. It was very, very good. I couldn't wait, and now it makes sense. And it's the most Star Wars without anything Skywalker-ish. Okay, it just makes it that way, and it shows you how the rebellion began. And the last 3 or 4 episodes were all ranked at Rotten Tomatoes very, very high, like 90s or something, like 9.8 or something. And it just shows how it was spectacularly done. So my number 2 is Andor. My number 2 is Andor. Shane?
My number 2, Cable, I don't know if you're going to be on the same page as me, but I have Alien Earth. Number 2.
I figured you were going to have that high.
It hit me. It every week it was like, okay, is this really as good as it's playing out to be? And I'm like, the next week's still that good. Because usually these type of things have like, they kind of tail off, or there's 3 strong episodes, a couple fillers. There was no filler. It was constantly hitting. It's like building that story, the backstory of the character's development. Then all of a sudden it pays off at the end. And it's tied in so nicely to the historical lore. It pays tribute to the original movies by using same set pieces, by using the same designs for the top of the door that say open or shut. The attention to detail is phenomenal. Can't say enough about it. Aliener kids.
I bet you Cable probably got the same one. Probably.
I do not. I was just going to say, I will throw my full support behind that, though. It actually, maybe, it's an honorable mention. I don't formally have it on my list anywhere. I did consider it, and maybe I should have gone with it because I don't think I have any TV series here at all. And you're right. Everything about that is the best TV series I watched all year, which I haven't watched a ton. But yeah, I agree with everything you said, Shane, even though it's not on my list. Very good pick. My number 2 is Superman. We talked about this movie at length earlier in the year. I was a huge fan of it. I've seen it multiple times in theaters, and I've watched it a few times since it came out on streaming.
Right.
I think it's the best superhero movie of the year. And that's coming from a Marvel, same as you, Bubba. Other than, Batman, I've been primarily a Marvel guy. And I just absolutely love the movie. I think it's pretty close to a perfect movie, especially what it did for the character for a new generation. It felt fresh. I think they, checked all the boxes you need to check when you make a Superman movie. Mm-hmm. And it got me excited for DC again, which is huge. Right. Now, hopefully, you're one of your prior picks that doesn't get cast asunder with Netflix buying Warner Brothers now. And
right.
Hopefully they don't fuck with that mojo that James Gunn has got rolling. We'll see, TBD. But for now, Superman is number 2 for me.
Okay. Well, I got more honorable mentions as the show went by because before I was like, I only got one, but I thought in my lovely brain, I have some honorable mentions. Now, this one I haven't seen yet, but due to the fact that it's causing quite a controversy, and tonight's like the last episode, I put honorable mention Stranger Things. I haven't seen any of it yet the last season, and I will watch it. I'm all current except for this, this season. Honorable mentions is the Thunderbolts. I thought it was really, really good. But it did more of the super soldier serum type of team, like maybe not the original incarnation of the Thunderbolts as I would have liked, but you don't always get what you like with Marvel. Sometimes if you're a comic book guy, you don't get the same things. Another honorable mention, because I think, hey, Tiger Blood and Winning, when I watched the Charlie Sheen documentary, it was good. His life was just whatever. It was a roller coaster party ride, which I probably could never get on. And if I got on, I'd have to get off very quickly. Very quickly. Another animated Marvel, the Marvel Zombies. The graphics could be a little better, but it was something that it was good. I liked they did it from the first Marvel Zombie, and they kept it continuing. It was like four episodes, like a half hour. So that's but this one here is better than the Marvel Zombies, and it's my honorable mention. Before I give my last honorable mention, is Creature Commandos. Yes, the Tin Man. That episode was good. All that stuff was good. And my last honorable mention, it was number 2 on Cable's. The Superman movie was very, very good, but I just had some other stuff. You know what I mean? I wanted to see the Fantastic Four, so that's why I didn't put Superman. Was very, very good. It was great. I mean, I will buy it at a cheaper price because I'll get it. But let me get to some other people's before I give my number 1. Stranger Things, Pitt. I never watched Pitt.
I have Murderbot on my honorable mentions. Yeah.
But mine is my number 1 is not a good happy number 1. My number one will be combined of two fucking iconic individuals that passed this year.
Oh,
One was the fucking Man of Darkness, fucking Ozzy Osbourne, and the legendary Hulkster himself, Hulk Hogan. Two iconic individuals in two different medias that have passed. To me, I mean, War Pigs is one of my greatest songs, and Iron Man. War Pigs is my fantasy football team since 1992 when I played fantasy football. And then Iron Man with the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors coming down is always, you always want to kick somebody's ass when you hear that. And then just Hulk Hogan being the Hulkster, you know what I mean? Two great pop culture icons of all time in our lifetime. There won't be any there. Those two will never. I mean, I did a show about Hogan. There would never be anyone like him or Ozzy ever again. So it's always good to be original. But that's my tied, and I never done a tie before. And I figured both of them are deserving of the same number one status of 2025 in the pulp culture world in my eyes, because both of them did so much, was Ozzy and Hogan. So Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan are my number one pulp culture things for 2025. So, hey, Dean, what's up? Happy New Year.
I didn't even think of putting any deaths in there, but
well, I mean, I don't want to put deaths in there, but those iconic deaths were just like, I mean, my Facebook from Hogan and even Ozzy, my social media was fucking flooded. It was devastating in the wrestling community.
Ozzy was hard. We drove to the beach, and I probably played 3 hours of Ozzy Osbourne. My kids are finally like, we've had enough.
Yeah, and I seen both of them. I went to Ozfest. I saw Ozzy. I saw Hulk Hogan live. He was in Indiana for TNA. I saw him when I was a kid when he wrestled in the Civic Arena. So, I mean,
yeah,
you know, there's not going to be – there's no imitations. People have imitated those two. They're the original. You know, it's in the world. I'm going to be honest with you. Since they left, the world hasn't been fucking any nicer. Yeah. So, Shane?
No. So, my honorable mentions are James Hayter is in this show, and it's really stupid, but it's just fun to watch. Tapa Wingo. You got to watch it. It's just stupid. It's stupid.
It just sounds crazy.
And then to tie in with that, 6'7", right? 6'7". Gemstones finale.
Gemstone.
Haven't
seen it yet.
Murderbot. Afton mentioned it. If you don't know, it's basically a security droid that kind of has like some self-awareness happen, and but it's kind of a comical setup.
Skynet.
It kind of just it's just goofy. And then The Rock and the Smashing Machine is on it. So number one on Shane's list: Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, Mobland.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It's sizzling, baby, sizzling, hot. Gotta watch it.
Wow!
If you haven't seen it, Bubba,
I'll have to see it. I'll have to watch it. We got Devil said Kathleen Kennedy stepping down at Disney. Thank fucking God.
He still has her dick beaters and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that wasn't actually happening after all. I thought that got.
I hope she does. But
me too.
Dean says he had a funny feeling about Ozzy. Yep. In the same week. Yep. That's right. And Dean is the trainer at Rise Wrestling. So Rise will be doing some wrestling shows here very, very soon. Anybody's into professional wrestling locally in Western Pennsylvania, check out Rise Wrestling at the Uniontown Mall. And they have other facilities. They're doing bars. They're doing other stuff. So I'm going to start doing some wrestling shows, and I'll be getting Dean on to talk about some wrestling, and Slam and Sammy's coming on, and we're going to do – here we go. He just gave it to me. February 14th. So – and I'll be talking about it, and then maybe I'll have Dean come on and talk about the show and stuff like that. So, Dean, thanks for popping on, brother, and have a Happy New Year. So, okay, Cable, your honorable mentions.
All right, my honorable mentions. Kendrick Lamar halftime show. I thought that was pretty hilarious that the NFL threw full support behind him and the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake feud and how all that went down. I thought that was a pretty big way to kick off the year, pop culture wise. The only other one I have that isn't movie, I was a big fan of her through her career. There may be character problems there. I don't know. Could be the narrative. I think, for my money, she's one of the best women wrestlers in America, North America. But Mercedes Moné / Sasha Banks getting her roses, carrying around 13 titles for a while. It was really fun to see, like the old Ultimo Dragon and Dan Severn pictures where they're just draped with belts.
Carry all those belts.
Right? Yeah.
I mean,
that was a cool throwback. Didn't see this movie. Have no intention to see this movie, but it is the highest grossing movie in America for the entire year still. It holds on to number one. Minecraft movie. I feel like that deserves a shout out.
I'm not watching that.
I'm not either. Excuse me. I'm not either, but
I will watch fucking Zootopia 2 before I watch fucking Minecraft.
I like the first Zootopia. I saw that with my son.
To see that, actually.
Yeah, same. Yeah. One of the best made movies this year. I didn't agree with all of its themes, but it is a fantastic movie. We'll probably win a lot of awards in a couple months here, one battle after another. The latest Leonardo DiCaprio movie with Paul Thomas Anderson directed it, and Benicio del Toro. And as an honorable mention, had you asked me 6 months ago, this probably would have been a lot higher on my list. I don't mean that in a negative way. I just, the dust has settled. My last honorable mention is Fantastic Four: The First Steps. I think the MCU is on an incline right now. It started off the year real shaky with Captain America. Thunderbolts was very, very good, and you could probably throw that in as well.
You know what? I didn't even put fucking Captain America in there. See, and I like the Red Hulk.
Yeah. But I think the MCU finished strong on its movies. Fantastic Four: The First Steps. It was nice to see Fantastic Four done the right way. Like you said, I love seeing Galactus done the right way. It's a great movie. But now that I've kind of had time, I don't know that it stacks up. Like I said, I think Superman was the best superhero movie of the year. So those are my honorable mentions. My number one being my favorite movie of the year. I'm hoping to see it get some love in the next couple months for awards. Also, Sinners. Okay. It's my favorite movie of 2025 still. That came out in March, I believe. Hasn't been dethroned since. Perfect mashup of different genres, music, everything about it's so well done. Such an enjoyable watch from a genre movie. It's my favorite thing of this year, pop culture.
Good. Hey, that was a good movie. You got me fucking to watch it. So it was good. It was really good. I like the ending, man, when he fucking, killed the dirty Klan motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Like dirty bastards. And you know what? It was shady back then. You know what I mean? Like they wiped it out. Yeah.
And it was a good, it's not a musical by any stretch of the imagination, but music is such an important part of the movie that it's this all-encompassing thing. It's a horror movie. It's, there's some humor to it a little bit here and there. The characters are compelling. The music is fantastic, which I'll butcher his name if I try and say it, but it's the guy that always works with Ryan Coogler, that he did the Mandalorian score and the Black Panther score. But I think it's a great number one for me personally because it covers a few different genres.
That's why these top tens are all our opinions, and that's all we can go on. And everybody has it right, and everybody's number ones are, you know what I mean? Everybody's rankings are good because you guys take the time to rank them. It's your opinion, so there's no right or wrong. You know what I mean? So, and we did a lot of top 10 picks this year in 2025, and we'll do more in 2026 on Thursday nights, guys. We just did it a day early because tomorrow's New Year's Day. It's a holiday, and I know I was gonna like, we're trying to get this done early, but hey, things happen. We get into these top 10 stuff. We all three of us enjoy doing this. Besides talking about pulp culture when we do top 10s, but I don't know, Shane. I'll give you. Wait, Cable, is it your turn?
No, we still have to do Shane's pick. We didn't do his pick yet.
What is Shane? What is your pick to remind me?
I don't remember.
It was the non-conventional sports movies.
Yeah.
Non-conventional sports movies next Thursday.
Like curling.
Yes, you're right.
I would love to see a movie be made about curling.
Yeah.
I'm honestly shocked that Will Ferrell didn't make one. Follow up to Blades of Glory, maybe.
But that'll be next week's top 10. The what'd you say? Non-what?
It can't be
conventional.
Non-conventional.
Those.
Okay. Sports movies.
Non-major sports. Non-major sporting movie.
Yes, non-major. I'm writing it down. Sports movies.
And then next week will be my pick, so I'll start thinking of something.
Yes.
That'll
be somebody's list, probably.
Yeah, those are types of
well, before I get out of here, I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year's Eve. And I appreciate everybody coming on and doing their picks in the chat and stuff and hitting subscribe and, working towards maybe getting this channel monetized like the Steelers Dynasty podcast. But it's a work in progress. But I do like doing the pulp culture, doing the interviews. So everybody that did an interview with me this year, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to be doing more interviews. I'm going to go back and talk a lot of independent wrestling and try to do stuff because I have this format and I try to promote and I try to help everybody out around the area. And that's what I want to do. I don't know about me running anything, but if I can help other people, running stuff costs money. And right now I could use about $35,000 and more like everybody else. Yeah. But Happy New Year, Cable. Happy New Year, Shane. Happy New Year to the chat because I want to get out of here because it's an hour before the ball or whatever, and I'm a married man and my wife will kill me if I'm doing podcasts all night. So thank you, Devil, so much. We appreciate you guys. We'll also myself and Shane will be doing a live on the Steelers Dynasty podcast at 8 p.m. Sunday for the big, huge AFC North showdown. Hi, Justin. How you doing? Afton, Happy New Year, and we're out of here. So everybody have a great 2026. 2025 is less than 59 minutes away, and it can fucking go out the window. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you. I love everybody. Love you too.
Happy New Year, everybody.
And we are gone. Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2026. We'll see you next Thursday. Good night, everybody.